Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Untold Stories Project. I'm your special guest host tonight, the Deuce, with our second adventure of Spooktober, The Long Black Train. Uh, the Long Black Train is set in the Deadlands universe, which has been described as spaghetti western with meat using the Savage World system. With me tonight, I've got my posse of heroes. Say howdy, posse.
Howdy,
Howdy,
posse.
Howdy,
posse.
Howdy.
These nice people, I'm going to try and worry, fret, and scare as much as I possibly can. As a note to our viewers, we will be venturing into some horror tropes, so viewer discretion is advised. We deal with, in no particular order, possible death, mutilation, demonic possession, hallucinations. You never know what'll come up, but many horrible things. So to begin, to introduce our cast with me today, I've got Cal. If you'd like to say hello and tell them a little about yourself.
Oh, well, do we want to say the character we're playing it, or we're going to introduce us in the game?
We'll introduce you guys in the game.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm Calvin. I'm here on Mondays and Tuesdays because I like to be involved in everything, as well as over on the Women Dice channel on YouTube, where we have weekly gaming streams and podcasts. Whole lot of fun stuff going on over there. And I'll pass it off to Kat.
Hey guys, I'm Kat. I am also hanging out with Calvin on Mondays. And last minute got to be in this game, so I'm very excited about that. I hope you enjoy what's to come. I'm sort of terrified, but also very excited. So I will pass it to Brandon.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brandon. I am also here on Tuesdays with Calvin. I think this is officially the We Love Calvin group.
Oh.
But I am just stupidly excited for this game. I have wanted to play in this system for so long, so the chance to do it has just made me giddy. And I will pass it to Wiki.
Hi, I'm Wiki. I'm here on Tuesday nights running our Magical Girls campaign.
With Calvin.
Deadlands. Alex?
And I'm Alex. I'm usually here hanging Calvin and Kat on Monday nights.
Hate that.
Hanging with Calvin and Kat.
No, I think
Prepositions are important.
it was right before that.
I'm the GM for our Guardians of Haven game, and we do lots of stuff around here. And I am very excited to have Deuce on to come on and GM with us. This is his first time doing it with us, and I think maybe the first time streaming GM, period? Question mark?
Giggity and yes.
Oh, yeah. And I'll pass it up to Deuce. Get us going.
Thank you very much. So, hope you all enjoy this. We'll see how it goes. To establish a little background for our characters. Several of you have hopped in the stage from the Overland Trail Company, heading towards Yokkaipa. Yokkaipa is a little more than a whistle-stop town in California, but it's the next destination that you can hop on the train to go to the city of Los Angeles, a large metropolis for whatever reason you may have found yourself heading that way. And to our audience, they may have gotten several motivations, which if you're on our Patreon, you might have found out if you see other character sheets. Hint, hint, plug, plug. Regardless, it's been several days and you've met the people around you who've ridden in this stage with you on the way. The first being a gruff gentleman who, if Alex cared to describe himself and his general demeanor for this few-day coach ride.
Yeah, my name's Elias. I came out here, feels like a couple hundred years ago to find my fortune and fame in the gold that they found up in the Denver Hills, but I ain't never found nothing worth taking back except for trauma and pain. He is a 50 to 60-year-old man with a big hat and a red and white beard and mustache.
And sitting next to this gentleman is a young lady with a scowl almost as mean as his. Wiki, if you care to give us a brief description.
Well, she is average height for the time, so she's like 5'7". She has an hourglass shape, but a man's gait. And she dresses mostly in browns and mostly in cottons, so heavy wearing things. She wears split skirts and waistcoats and a wide brimmed pitch front derby hat. And she's always got a gun strapped to her hip. She's got long auburn brown hair that's in a very intricate plait down her back. And she's usually not talking to anybody unless it's to sass them. And she very clearly thinks that she's very, very good with her gun.
I'm in love. Not my character, Brandon.
So for the man in love, what does the gentleman you'll be portraying tonight seem to show the group, or what might he look like?
Well, Harlan Endicott is in a suit with the kind of ascot type thing that you see in the Old West, with a wide brimmed hat. And basically, he just looks like Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, except not so pale and sweaty.
And
Just sitting there playing around with a deck of cards.
next to the card sharp, the young lady Renee, or Calvin, if you care to describe her for us.
So Renee is a young lady. She has hair that she probably keeps a bit short because it keeps getting in the way of her science. She's wearing a tool belt with all sorts of metallic gizmos, some of them reflecting light through the dim grime that's on them, and the I guess a layer of dirt that's on her clothing. But she doesn't seem to be cognizant of that, and I don't know, she's probably sulking a bit because for the billionth time she's tried to get up front to see the steam engine and they haven't allowed her to.
Fair enough. And lastly, Ellie beside Miss Garnet.
Ellie is a very prim and proper young lady, probably mid-20s. She has long, curly blonde hair, and she's wearing a very, I don't want to say elegant, but a light dress that would be seen by the upper class citizens. She carries herself with a very proper energy, and you sort of almost get a snobby type feel for her before you talk to her, but once you talk to her, she's pretty friendly.
Excellent. So these five have been enjoying this delightful ride for the past few days, but today should be the last day. By the end, you should arrive in Yolkaipa and finally be free of this small cramped space with these very nice or not so nice people, however you wish to put it. But it's been easy going the past couple hours. A rather lovely day as it stretches on towards mid-afternoon to get into the evening side of things. When, as you're sitting there riding along, the beautiful scenery flowing past, there's a large bump, and all of a sudden, all five of you are thrown about the cab of this wagon. That seems to have either hit a rut or hit something in the road, bouncing down, bouncing back up. As you settle in the seats, the floor, wherever you may end up, the wagon itself, you hear grinding on the ground, and everyone leans back towards one corner in the door as it grinds across the ground. You hear from up front, very, very colorful language. It's probably not good to blow all our good F-bombs for already. As your driver goes, flash dart. Oh, you all right? About that time, you hear a set of boots land on the ground and come stomping back towards the door, which he starts pulling and finds it's somewhat stuck against the ground, but is yelling you all through the door. You all right in there? You doing okay?
Better somebody get their ass off my hand.
Sorry, it just sort of fell there.
Hold on, man, hold on. God darn.
I
You'll
ain't doing
hear-
so good. This is bad for my lumbago.
After a few moments from the other side of uh, the wagon, you'll hear metal getting scraped before a crowbar winces between the small screen and window of the opposite side, facing a little more towards the top, and then the window is popped off, and you see your driver, Cookie, looking in down there. None of y'all's bleeding, is you?
I mean, I'm okay. Um, if there's something wrong up front, I could come maybe take a look at it. If you need some help up there.
Uh, it looks a lot bad, but let me help you get y'all out. And he'll reach a hand in to help all of you out of the compartment of the wagon.
I will
If you say
scramble
it,
out first.
He'll help each of you out in turn. If you want to roll me a weird science roll there, Renee.
Indeed. Where is it on the sheet? Would it just be a smarts roll, or is there a?
You should have the weird science skill.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
This is
Nope, I see it.
Yep.
That's a 5 on the D10.
Perfect. All we're looking for is a 4. And so looking at this as Cookie's helping everyone else out, you have no problem taking a look at the wagon to see what's going on. The boiler itself seems to be in good condition, but looking at one of the axles has hit a rut in the road and has broken completely. It's fixable, but you would need a new axle to truly fix this and make it work again. With just the tools you have and materials here, you don't think it's going to be roadworthy as it is. So Cookie will come out there to you after everyone's out, and he'll look all of you over and go, "Shit, I'm sorry, but I don't know what the hell happened back there, but God, it looks bad. Sorry, miss." He looks at you, Renee. I meant to get you all in there, but I don't know. I didn't see no hole. It just kind of came up on me.
Well, I mean, it's certainly fixable. We just don't have what we need to fix it right here.
Well, shit. Well, look, you still got some daylight left. We're not too far from Yolkaipa. If y'all wanna, and I apologize, y'all wanna hoof it up back there to the town, just follow the path here, and it'll take you right in. Y'all still make your train tonight if that's where you're heading.
What does the world look like around here? Does it look like a safe walk?
It's pretty wide open, rolling hills, scrublands. Give me 1 second, actually. Similar to that.
Mm.
It's a very pristine wilderness. There is a somewhat well-worn path that the wagon was following, though, as Renee pointed out, there was uh, a pothole essentially that it had hit. But if you want to make a roll as well,
Cincinnati.
being with your particular background, you want to roll your knowledge mining.
Knowledge mining. I got a
That would come
13
into
on
play,
my
didn't it?
knowledge mining check.
All right. It looks like this. You want to think it's a natural sinkhole? Because you've seen gopher holes and things where they'll dig through. That's not unusual to you. But the size of it is large. Um, you're looking at whatever this is probably 2 to 3 feet around, which is mighty big for a gopher. So something has dug out underneath it and went along this trail. It just happened that your wagon drove over top, and when it did, the weight punched it down, and that caused the tire to drop, and that's what broke the axle on the wagon.
That's a big gopher.
How in the rotten hell did you miss that hole?
I'm sorry, man. It wasn't there when I was driving it. I should have seen something that big, but I swear I didn't see nothing.
Ellie would like to investigate if she can to see if there's anything that she thinks unnatural that might have caused this hole.
Absolutely. Knowledge occult or investigation, whichever you feel like.
Also, thank you very much, Jupe, for the bits. We really, really appreciate that. And to Chibi Nightfire and for Murray for hanging out with us for the first time tonight.
Yay.
Yay,
Cool.
new people.
Yay!
Hey,
Hi,
Fresh meat.
guys.
and speaking of Jupe, you do have the ability to give a fate chip to your favorite posse member, so feel free to let us know. We'll be happy to do it for you.
And I got a 9.
Think there's a lot of things, but for where you are and the most likely being that you're out in the wilds of California, thankfully it's not a rattler or tremor graboid for those of you playing our home game. Those are the size of the steam wagon, but if it was a little one, maybe. There's also some things that look more like you describe as a mouth and tentacles that like to dig a hole in the desert, wait for something to roll by and grab it and pull it in. You're the agency of taking to calling them desert things. Beautiful name, but it works. But those are generally occupied by something. So if that was the case, it's not here. So for something unnatural that it could possibly be, maybe a smaller baby rattler is your best guess. It was supernatural. Something natural, not sure. There might be some things that dig holes like that, but not a lot. It does appear that it was dug out by hand. It's not a natural hole. So man-made or animal-made or supernatural made, but not a normal, just a sinkhole.
Well, it doesn't appear that we're going anywhere this way. So, do you have any resources that we could use to get to the nearest town?
Well, sure. What resources you need, ma'am? I'd be happy to provide them to you. I got some lanterns here. Of course, we use them at night. It shouldn't be more than maybe an hour or two by foot, but if y'all want some victuals, I'll be happy to whip you up something before you go, or I'll give you something to take with. Yeah, I'm mighty sorry, and he'll kind of pull off his hat and almost kind of a bashful look when the two ladies are talking to him. Kind of curls up the brim of his hat a little bit and holds it in front of him, but yeah, I'll be happy to do what I can for you.
We'll take some food to go.
I just am so scared to cross these fields just with this unexperienced group of people. Anything that you could give us could help.
Oh, don't you worry now, Ellie. If a mountain lion comes out, y'all just have to run faster than me, and I'm lame as a skunk.
I'm just gonna go up and throw my arm around Ellie and be like, you'll be all right. I got you. All right, well, we ain't getting nowhere just standing around here with our thumbs up our asses. Get your bags and let's get going.
Your thumb can reach your ass? It's been like 20 years since I could do that.
Look, I don't need to know about your whatever.
I'll whip you up some victuals right quick while y'all get y'all things, and they'll go over to the back and unload what luggage some of you have, as well as some of the cooking supplies, and set up a quick campfire. They'll make you a decent lunch, an actual something easier to carry. So some trail bread, which is serviceable, but cook up some meat for you. What's left of the veggies and fruit, slice of cheese for all of you.
What's our
And
water situation?
he'll actually, depending if you want, he's got a water skin, but also has a small little pony keg of beer that Yeah, he's hoping to keep for himself, but
I think the big guy can carry it.
oh, any one of you could. It's several glasses for each of you, but enough you could carry around. It's like, if y'all accept as an apology from me for this conundrum I got y'all's in, y'all can have it.
Oh,
But-
no, I can't be carrying that through the desert. I got sciatica.
Is there anything you ain't got?
Fistful of dollars.
While we're in the process of gathering up our things, by the way,
Mhm.
when
A
I've
bag
kind of
full
found
of
a point
soap, clearly.
where when I'm at a point where nobody's really watching,
Mhm.
and nobody can see me, I'm gonna spend 5 power points and cast Gambler.
Give me a
God.
spellcasting roll.
Come on, baby. Okay, that did it. Thank God for the wild die.
All right.
Oh,
And
making extra shit.
one for Brandon, and looks like Jupe is bestowing Cat a little extra good luck tonight in a fate check. So you both should have one additional. There we go. All right. So with that, he'll load you up proper. He'll give you a fully filled oil lantern, so you've got something to see by in case it gets dark. Like I said, it's evening time, but the sun hasn't started to go down yet, so you still have some sunlight left. Like I said, by his estimation, you should arrive there by nightfall, provided nothing happens, like anything would happen.
Yeah, well, this guy
Of course
can't
not.
see giant holes in the ground, so
You don't trust his judgment.
no, not real. No.
Cookie, what are you gonna do while we're on our journey? Are you gonna stay here with the train?
Yeah, I'm gonna gather up some things here and try and get this, at least have everything ready. If y'all happen to make it in town and tell the Overland Company there that I'm out here, they might be able to send somebody back. You seem to got a good grips on what's wrong with it. Maybe you could tell them what it needs and send them this way.
Oh yeah, of course. You just need and then she'll rattle off like the exact size and dimensions of the axle required.
You know, you can tell when you're nailing it perfectly. You know the dimensions, all of that. He looks at you for a minute. His eyes gets a little glassy eye and goes, "Yeah, sounds right, ma'am. You sure are smart and purty. Thank you. That's right.
Oh
That'd be a
gosh,
big help."
well, just be careful. I mean, obviously there's something dangerous out there that would fell such a beautiful creature.
It's just go for hole. Got to be about it. It's out there. It's okay. I got my rifles up front if something critter comes this way, so I should be all right. Plus, I'll keep a campfire going. I'll scare off the varmint, so I think we're okay.
When he mentions gopher, I just look at the hole. I look at him. I look at the hole. I look at him, and then I shrug.
Oh yeah,
you-
you look at the hole. You're like, that's not a gopher guy. But
He is not going to survive the night. Oh well.
Are you sure that you don't want to come with us?
no, I got to get all this. Plus, I got the luggage here I got to deal with too. So I'll probably set out in the morning if they don't show, but I'll be safe enough in there. So I just can't leave everything, and I don't want y'all to go missing your train.
I'm still real confused about who the hell Renee is calling a beautiful creature.
Oh, she points to the train.
Oh,
Or the wagon.
you are weird. You are one weird lady.
Well, it's a wonder at science and technology.
And I'm a wondering why we ain't moving yet.
Oh right, we should
And I just take off in the direction of the town.
And with that, you all set off towards your gunfire.
just scooting along.
Cookie will smile, wave to you.
I just kind of tip my hat, my good man, and follow after. Shoot first, ask questions, maybe at some point in time, eventually,
Probably not.
but probably not.
Was it right nice having y'all with me? Be safe. And yeah, he watches y'all wave as you make your way down the trail.
Have fun in NPC heaven, Cookie.
Don't forget me, y'all.
Who is he?
I already have.
Who is that guy? No. All right, so Cookie's dead. Moving on.
Oh my
No, maybe no. You all head down the trail. As Kat has said, it's a beautiful countryside. The weather is nice and mild. A warm breeze blows, but the rolling hills, the scrublands, in their own way, are beautiful. You've spent several days watching them go by through the window of a wagon, but to actually be out in them to get the fresh air is, in a little way, reinvigorating. Because with the day trying to slowly come to an end, you forget sometimes being in a city amongst the people, the rowdiness, how beautiful and quiet it can be. Ahead of you, the sun begins to dip lower and lower till it reaches the horizon. The sky itself blossoms with a beautiful orange glow that permeates half the sky. The backside, a bruised purple that grows deeper and deeper as the sun retreats towards its setting horizon,
The
and
John
the
Williams score
night
starts
comes.
swelling.
But you've yet to come into sight of the town you're looking for yet. Uh, Nothing has accosted you. No terrible things. Nothing gets swallowed except for Cookie.
God.
But as you're following, the sun will set below the horizon. But you notice as the sun sets, there's still an orange glow coming from where the sun has fallen behind the hills. You make your way still further and come up over the next hill. You'll notice the sun is set completely at this point. And as you look over this small little town, the orange glow itself is coming from, it looks like 3 buildings that have caught flame. Fire spiraling up into the air and causing an orange glow that bathes the town in this bright light. An occasional gunshot will crack out into the night and echo now that you can see this town itself. But where you're expecting a sleepy or quiet town, you see one burning in part, but you don't see a lot of people running around for 3 buildings literally burning down to the ground. You don't see a fire brigade, a bucket brigade. They're just roiling away to ashes in front of you. But you are just a little distance from the town, standing there seeing this in front of you, just down this small hill that you've crested.
Does it feel like it took longer to get here than it should have? Because he was mentioning that we wouldn't need lanterns, but we got here at night after sunset.
Maybe, or he underestimated how quickly you all are walking compared to this wagon.
The man didn't see a
I'm
3-foot hole in the road.
I'm
His
just
name is Cookie.
I mean,
I'm just trying to figure out if 2 + 2 = 4 or chair.
it equals
People-
4 chairs.
There's several crates. No. It doesn't seem like something has happened, but whether he overestimated how quickly you're walking or how quickly you get here, but
Okay.
nothing seems out of place or that slowed you down that you're aware of.
Nothing's making me think, Manitou shenanigans.
No, not offhand.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, say we ain't getting on that train tonight.
Well, the train station is on the north end of town. The burning buildings are closer towards the center. So, at least from here, the tracks and the train station seem unharmed for the
And that's
moment.
when I'm like, why? Train station's not on fire.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, Deuce is like, why?
Well, we might be able to get around it, but why does all these where do these fires come from, and where is all this shooting coming from?
I don't know, but I think we want to move quickly into town.
You want to get involved in some podunk towns, whatever?
No, I
'Cause
very
I
much do
don't.
not. I very much do not want that. I just want to get into town.
Well, I think that we might need to investigate a little bit. I mean, we don't know what's causing this. It could not be.
When in the holy hell did we become we?
You've
Well,
been
I
saying
mean-
we this whole time, Mary.
You know, the last time there was a fire in a little village like this, a cow just knocked over a lantern in a barn, so it's probably no big deal, no how, no way.
Right, see? And maybe those gunshots are just
They
well, actually I don't have an
the
explanation
cattle?
for that. Could be some sort of cow revolution, you don't know.
Oh,
The cowletariat rises up.
You know, I heard about that happen in Mobile, Alabama.
Look, I'm just wondering what's going on down there because as much as I want to get on the train, this might cause some delay.
And once again, I'm just wondering why we ain't moving toward the train station.
I am.
well, I don't know
Because the
why
train
you're
station's on the
saying
opposite
we.
edge, so I've got to go through the town first. Like, I'm not saying that, but yeah, I'm picking up my pace going to town.
Oh, I got my hands on my pistols and I'm following behind.
Yeah,
Alright.
Ellie's awesome.
You pass one shifty-looking cow on the way to town, but
Got my eye on you, Bess.
I done told you.
moo.
The thing is,
No.
the cows got all the way up to the state house, and then they got stuck up there because they can't go down the stairs.
And we broke Cat. So you head towards town at a much quicker pace, getting up.
I'm gonna check on the beer barrel because I think perhaps Elias has been hitting it.
Well, you look,
pass-
Elias is you're getting along all right. Elias he's trying to keep up. He's
No, I mean
not-
I'm saying I think Elias is drunk.
I ain't drunk. I just seen a lot of stuff in my time.
yeah, he's limping a straight line.
I
You're
got
doing
one
good.
leg that's longer than the other one. That's the problem.
Seriously, man, is there anything you ain't got
True
besides
grit.
sense?
What do they call that attribute in this game? Oh yeah, smarts.
I got me a D4.
We'll see what Elias doesn't have next for a few dollars more. So as you go making your way quickly towards town, as you get closer, one of the first things you'll see a larger building. The front has a large porch to it, but the sign above it reads General Store, untouched by the flames. It's, of course, near the edge of town. But as you're making your way closer, you hear sounds like a woman screaming in abject terror
From inside, around
from
the block.
inside the general store.
God damn it! I'm gonna pull my gun and kick open the door.
There is no weight in that woman, and we like that.
There sure as shit ain't.
What we appreciate
Okay.
about you.
I guess Miss First Person Singular is getting us all in this fight.
And there might be a map.
Y'all was the ones that wanted to come down here.
Elias is hanging around the back, huffing and puffing.
I'm coming.
Don't wait for me. I'll get there.
I'll go ahead.
So you all hear this loud scream. Mary goes running up to the general store and boots in the door. As you do, in front of you see a man and a woman. The woman clutching what looks like a fire axe. The man with a pistol in his hands. They are beating on the door that leads to the back room. You hear another scream come from that back room. But as you kick in the door, those two spin around and look at you, their eyes wide. And Mary, I'll give you an action since you're the first one that came busting in here.
So they look like they're trying to get into the door where the screams are coming from.
That is correct.
Do they look menacing in any way, or do they also look like not necessarily terrified, but worried? What is their
Not-
general demeanor?
not as fearful, but well armed, and you can definitely see the woman who had the axe was. It looks like she's getting ready to go and chop down that door. So menacing is probably a good word for it. We can go with that.
Well, how y'all doing tonight? Maybe put down that axe.
The man will look at you and go, if you're holding the gun, and he'll snap his hands together on it and hold it at you, almost shaking slightly.
Oh, sweetheart, you do not want to do that.
You get out of here now. I'll get you too. I'll get all of you. You get out of here.
Ellie will walk up next to Mary. Don't hurt my friend here. What's going on?
Did
There's
he
more.
say get you too?
Who you
There's
getting?
more of.
There's more of what?
He's on edge and highly nervous, honey. Look, they're going to break in. We got to get them and get out of here. We can't stay, dear. We got to go. And she tightens up her grip on that axe.
What's in there?
I don't know, but they're screaming.
That little demon's in there. And our way out of here.
You ain't making no kind of sense. So I think they've been hitting the turpentine.
I'm not so sure.
You stay back now, and when he says that, the woman will turn and she will take a swing at that door with the axe.
I am going to play a game.
Okay. So at that point, seems like a good time to probably do a little initiative.
Okay. Where is initiative on this sheet?
I know.
You don't have to do.
You draw
you don't
cards,
have to do
right?
a thing. You draw cards.
All
Oh,
right.
oh,
I do
So-
that.
action deck. I'm assuming.
Yep. I'll give each of you a card here in just a moment.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna draw cards.
Yeah.
I'll make
special.
them easy for you.
He's the dealer, so yes.
There you go. Everyone
Ooh.
should have a card.
Don't get used to the GM doing nice things for you guys.
Oh.
We know you hate us, Alex. It's okay.
See, Alex, this is how the trauma train really works. You lead them in with nice things and stab them in the back.
Do we put those out on the table or?
You can, or I'll start at the top. Just to ask, Wiki, did you get less than a 5?
I did not.
All right, then you can keep that. We started aces and worked down to deuces. So do we have an ace, king, queen, jack?
Yes.
Jack, throw it out there.
Boop. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Perfect. And what would you like to do?
Did she knock the door in, or is she about to knock the door
She's about to.
in? Okay. Well, I'll pull out my Gatling pistol.
Mhm.
Do I?
You have quick draw, so there's no penalty or anything if you draw and shoot this turn.
There's nothing for me to shoot at.
Good. There's 2 things for you to shoot
I don't
at.
want to shoot at.
Shoot the axe out of her hand.
She got 2 hands. She only needs 1.
Oh my
Boom,
god.
boom.
Or you can threaten them. I think you might have
I
intimidate.
think I'm
You
gonna
might not.
threaten them. That sounds like the plan to me.
Okay.
Put your
So
weapons down.
You will roll intimidate if you would please. I don't know if you.
I don't have it. I have persuasion.
Persuasion's nice talk. So you can do an unskilled, which is your intimidate, or you can do persuasion if you want to try and talk them out of it nicely.
Okay. I guess I'll be nice. I got a 6.
6 on persuasion.
She'll just. Now, you folks should just go and run then. You don't need to be knocking down no doors.
Demon doors, apparently.
They, when you say that, where she's still holding, they actually looks at you, and he's kind of looking between the door, then looks back at you, but this is our place. We can do what we want.
You know what's behind a demon door, right? A demo Dorgan.
I'm going to take a chip back.
Yep, yep, yep. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna shoot the huckster.
Feels like for the best. That was Jack's 10, 9, 8, 7,
7.
6.
I got me
Seven.
a 7.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
got me a 10.
10. All right, 10's first.
Kind of working along with the surprisingly happy lady over here. I am going to play a hand, trying to get 2 power points in
Okay.
order to cast fear.
Okay. Now it can be area effect if you want to try and affect them both, or if you just want to affect her.
I would like to affect both.
All right. Here's some special cards coming your way.
Yay. Let's see what I've got. I just need a pair.
Yep. And feel free to
And I
throw them all
got-
out there if you want.
And I got a flush.
Okay.
Diamonds. Didn't even need to use the Joker that I got.
Perfect. If you want to throw the rest out there, we will.
Yeah.
All right. So that means it will go off with a raise. And no Joker for funny shenanigans. I see how it is. Okay. So feel free to describe that to me as you cast this hex.
I think it's kind of appropriate given the situation that just they see the other one engulfed in flames and their skin is bubbling and starting to blacken and pop and
Oh,
sizzle.
yeah. That sounds helpful.
Okay.
And the flames are closing in on them next. It's like,
All right. So this is for her and him. It's actually 2 different rolls. I'm just making it easy on me. Okay. Something will happen at this point, but they seem visibly shaken at this. That was 10, 7.
We got 2 7s. Hearts
Ah.
and
Spades.
So it goes in reverse alphabetical order: spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. So spades goes first.
Well, I guess I will shoulder my
he's still
pickaxe.
halfway across town.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
He's not that far back.
Don't rush me.
Hobble, 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 hobble.
I'm gonna roll a running check because it amuses me.
oh God,
I run 8 inches.
that's not bad.
That's as good as I can run. That is as fast as possible.
Yes, that is an absolute your top end. That's your pace of 4 and 4 extra.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Haha!
Jesus Christ.
We are a well-oiled machine.
That's a double
Absolutely.
action, right? I don't think there's anything else I can do.
That is a full action to run.
He just ran into the building, like.
Am I able to ready my pickaxe on the way?
Yes, absolutely. You can draw it. Screaming. If anything.
I've done heard about this kind of stuff. You don't want to be messing around with these folks.
Elias Jenkins!
And after the hobbling happens, I think, Mary, you have the other 7.
I'm about to kick some stuff off. I am going to shoot at the woman, but I am not shooting at her. I am attempting to essentially break the axe handle.
Absolutely. So it's just a called shot. Just give me a shooting roll as normal.
Yep.
Wow.
Seriously. No, I'm not okay with that.
You kill her.
It's the Alex play. Are you happy with that roll?
No, I am not okay with that roll. Here, you can have my card, by the way.
Thank you. Care to throw out a white chip? Or whatever you like. You can set a white chip. We'll let you do a reroll. You can spend a red or a blue to add a d6 to your best roll. If you spend a red, though, I get a chip.
Yeah. Here, we'll go that. Have that chip.
Num 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 num.
That's much better. That's an 18.
Oh, absolutely. Got roll damage for me. And 8. Okay. So that, no problem. You crack off this shot, and she's holding the axe. This, for a moment, this image swirls around her, seeing fire and flames on before the right above her hand, or the weakest part of the axe handle. The bullet fires through and breaks off the majority of it. It still seems like it's in one piece, but there's a large chunk missing. You're fairly certain that a good swing of that axe may not hold up very long after they take that swing. But very nicely done.
And snacks, little lady. Put that down.
And Renee, what card do you have?
6.
You go before my 4. So feel free.
Oh, I will have moved into the
Absolutely.
building. Leave some room for some other folk.
For what it's worth, yeah, you don't block each other's movement or impede it. Bad guys you do, but no, you can get past each other unless you are physically trying to keep someone from moving past you.
Well, I'll just scoot up here. Not much I can offer combat-wise, but I do want to see if I can notice if anything in the screaming has changed now that there's been some shots and new people have arrived. Just trying to tell if there's anything actively happening in that room that I can hear.
Yeah, go right ahead. Give me a notice roll if you would. So a 5. You definitely hear, with a 5, you definitely hear someone in there. So there's motion or something actually happening. But outside of that and the scream that you heard, not much else.
Okay, so like no reaction to new voices from outside the room.
Not that you can really tell.
Okay. Well, I am not good at shooting people, so I think that's kind of all I can really
Fair enough.
offer at the moment.
All right. So on a 4, the gentleman starts screaming, breaks down into tears, and falls to his knees, holding his head, screaming, seeing this fire coming in. He seems to be utterly and completely terrified.
Damn, I was hoping you'd run away.
He's effectively not doing much of anything. He dropped his pistol as well. Like I said, he is holding his hat, crying on the ground.
If it wasn't the 1800s, I would definitely think he was on bath salts.
We call those wash bin salts now. Sorry, wash bin salts.
Worse.
Wash bins. The woman, though, she looks at the axe, looks over at you. She throws the axe on the ground, but reaches for the pistol that the man dropped and points it at the door. But points it at you, Mary, excuse me.
Sure.
That
Say you didn't
As
was
you
an
do, as you
unexpected
do.
response.
But that's all she can do. She cannot fire this round. But she still does seem to be wide-eyed and scared, but doesn't seem to be completely broken like the man is. And that'll take us to a new round.
We can fix that.
Alex, you don't care to throw your card on the table? I'll get you a new one for the round.
No, that's my card.
My card.
But this one's better than a 7, see? I don't know if it's better than a 7. We'll see what happens.
As a matter of fact, it is exactly one better than a 7.
I need a new card, please.
Sure,
I
throw that
got-
one out there.
Definitely not as good as I did last time.
Now, one other thing for those of you playing our home game, if you get a Joker, you will get an extra D6 to your actions for the round and your damage. I'm sorry, +2, excuse me, to your action and your damage for the round, and then we'll reshuffle after that. So Jokers are great if you can get them, and you can go whenever you want. So there we go. We'll start back at the top. Aces, kings,
Ace of Hearts.
ace.
Hmm.
You have the option to sleeve it if you want, which basically means if you don't want to do anything at the moment, you can just keep it in your back pocket. You can go immediately before or after somebody. If you want to try and interrupt somebody's action, you roll an agility test versus them to try and interrupt it. So if you
Oh,
want to do that, you can, but you don't have to.
I'll save it for an interrupt then.
No problem.
Okay. Can I take card? Groovy.
Perfect. As aces, kings, queens,
Queen of
jacks,
Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Mary's quick.
I really want to shoot her in the face.
She seems intent on shooting you for what it's worth, but
Yeah. But instead, I will aim for the hand holding the gun.
absolutely.
Afraid to look. Are you kidding me right now?
It hit.
It will miss the gun because it's a called shot to
Yeah.
hit the pistol she's holding.
Well, I wanted her hand. I want her to take some damage. I don't want to kill her. I just want to hurt her a little.
You are one shy from that. It's a -2.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh. So you can reroll or just add a d6, whichever you prefer.
Oh, I already hit the reroll, so 7.
Okay. You would hit either way. So if you did, that's so you absolutely hit. Gun roll damage for me.
Whoops. I did warn her that her hand was next.
Her hand is just dead.
Yeah, her hand no longer exists.
I
You
did
were-
warn her.
Absolutely. You fire off this shot with remarkable precision, refusing to let anyone. You know you're a prime shot with this pistol, regardless of what the rolls are doing.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
But this slams into her hand, and the gun, the trigger guard of the pistol slams back into her fist. Her hand flies back, bleeding, and the gun clatters to the ground, probably useless from taking a bullet. But she curses and yells, flapping her bloody hand from the bullet that just blew right through it.
And I'm going to follow the bullet, sort of, and jump up on that, what I'm assuming is a counter,
Yes.
and just point down at her like, don't make me do it again.
Excellent. And care to throw your card out there for me?
Oh, I thought I did that already.
Is that right?
There we go.
Thank you. That was the Queen of Hearts on the Queen of Hearts. Jacks, 10s, 9s, 8,
Hey,
I have an
Hey.
8.
I have an eight.
spades.
I think I have spades. Let me check just to verify. Yep, I have spades.
Spades is first.
I have a club.
Um,
Oh,
a rock.
club.
I have a rock. Did somebody bend your Wookiee? Is fear one of those ones that I can maintain for?
It lasts until they recover from it.
Okay.
But for sake of saying, the gentleman is incapacitated. He's out, essentially cowed. She just rolled really well and managed to power through it, but is also now taking a bullet to the hand. So
Let me hit her
effectively,
again
you
with
don't
it.
have to.
Power through
want
that.
to. I want her just, blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and draw another hand to get 2 points to just dump some fear in her again.
No fear. 8 cards come to you.
Let's see what I've got. 2, okay, 5, 6, 6, 6.
All 666.
No, I'm just looking to see what possibilities.
Best Halloween ever.
I'll have 4, so that's not fun. Yep. Pair of 6s is the best I got.
That's enough. You would be so kind to make me a spell casting roll.
Oh, that's right. I didn't have to make it last time because I got a crazy good hand.
Oh yeah, went off with great
All right
effect.
then. Spell casting. Where are you? There you are. Ooh.
It's all right. It still goes off. So nothing to worry about there. You didn't roll a 1. She's a tough old biddy, surprisingly. Again, you're trying to drive this fear home and into her mind, and even with the pain, she is gritting her teeth, and she looks between the woman that shot her, the large man with the pickaxe who is standing over the gentleman, but she's not cowed.
She gonna be.
Want to be.
She's gonna be a dead cow.
That's right. She's leading this cattle revolt.
She was here till the cows came home, and then they set fire to it. Nicely done. The next date for old Elias.
Elias doesn't want to hit this woman in the face with a pickaxe because that seems excessive.
I just shot her hand off.
I'm gonna step over here.
Just being lazy.
I'm gonna step over here. I'm gonna grab her by the face and slam her head into the counter.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna smash your face into a table because that seems less excessive.
And hitting her with a pickaxe in the face, yeah, that is slightly less excessive.
Ma'am, I need you to know that you're inflaming my arthritis. This is not good for me. I got a 5 to hit her.
That's too many conditions for one person.
That's not the usual USB face smash, but we'll take it. A 5 will absolutely hit. So go ahead, roll damage for me.
13.
Feel free to describe that however you'd like, as she goes into the land of Nod.
Yeah, I walk over to her and I'm like, y'all need to quit shooting at this woman. All right, she's obviously deranged or whatever. And I go to grab her by the back of the head, and my arm doesn't work for the first time, and I ripped it up with the other one, and I grab her by the hair and just slam her face into the counter, and her teeth fly everywhere, and she falls on the ground.
Jesus.
Hashtag lighter tone.
Okay.
She's obviously deranged.
Jeez, wham! Obviously, wham! Deranged, wham!
Not anymore.
Wasted bullets.
So there's a sickening crack as her head bounces off the counter and she crumples to the ground. She's out.
Jeez.
And
Bones, broken teeth.
You know,
Well, shit fire, old man. I think I like you.
well, you know, I know Dr. Herman Schultz. He can get those teeth fixed for you real good, ma'am, whenever you wake up.
One of her eyes is definitely not going to work anymore.
Depth perception's
Oh.
overrated. I got me a glass eye, too.
Of course you do.
That's why wouldn't you?
but yeah, she's unconscious. So we'll roll out of combat here for a moment as things quiet down between the man who is sobbing with his face in his knees and the woman who is wheezing through the broken teeth and broken nose.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and like jiggle the handle,
It is locked.
Can
press
I?
my ear
Yeah,
up
go ahead.
against it.
I was also going to ask that.
Go. You
We could
absolutely
head
can.
stack. We could head
Yeah,
stack.
we'll just.
You listen. The same as Renee has heard. You think you hear shuffling inside, like you think you hear someone, but you don't hear another scream. You don't hear from the gunshots and the sobbing and everything else. But that's all you can make out. You don't hear several people. You don't hear more than that.
I'm just gonna knock. Y'all all right in there?
You will hear a short gasp, like a when you knock on the door, but no voice replies.
Just gonna look at Ellie like,
If you want to come out of there, we took care of the people trying to hurt you.
GM, I'm just going to be holding my action to shoot whatever's on the other side of the door in case that's necessary.
Fair enough. You don't seem to get a reply.
We
we're gonna
want
have to
to
open
get that
this,
door
aren't we?
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, science lady, open the door.
Oh well, of course. You know, it's just a little bit of mechanical work.
I'm gonna hit the door with a
Leverage.
pickaxe.
It's all about leverage. Wait, what did you say?
I said I'm gonna hit the door with a pickaxe.
There's a discussion over leverage and the science
Yeah,
lady.
yeah. And then suddenly, old man River just comes on and like,
And then
Prime example of a lever.
and I just picture the pick end of the axe just coming right into the door, right between Ellie and Mary's faces.
Here's Johnny.
You ain't need no science lady to open a door. This is made of wood.
Elias. Renee clearly had. I went British. Renee clearly freaking had that.
Oh no, you know I don't want to.
Suddenly, Ursula
Dude,
comes.
not ever swing a pickaxe at or near my face again. I will shoot you in the dick.
Oh.
That'd probably be a bonus for me, ma'am.
I promise you it will not.
You think you know all the problems I got with the rest of me? I got like twice as many down there.
Twice as many?
Alex, I need you to start a poll on whether or not this game is a great game by USP or the greatest game by USP.
I apologize for our folks at home. I forgot to include erectile dysfunction in our list of disclaimers at the beginning of the show. Apologies.
Hey, he never said erectile dysfunction.
Well, you know, I got that too now.
Syphilis and
Oh my
crack and
Here's the thing: God kills penises before He kills men. Everybody knows that.
Oh my god.
You suffer two deaths in this life. The first death is when you can't get it up, and the second death is when you really die.
All right, look, can we just get this door open and see what the hell is back there?
That's a good bit of Old Testament. Absolutely. As Elias cracks his pickaxe into the door, it will shatter the lock and the door will creak open and slide back. Inside the room, it is dark, but enough light spills in that you see a young girl, maybe a little older than 10, standing there. And as you all look in, you
the
see
door
her.
broke open.
She she's looking your direction, but her eyes just seem to glaze over, and the lights are on, but nobody's home. She's just standing there, hands at her side. She's not holding a pistol. That's just the best girl picture I had for a token. But just standing there staring, not even so much at you all outside the door, but just past you and into the distance.
She's not holding a pistol yet.
Foreshadowing.
Can I get a sense of like what might be affecting her this way? If it's something, I don't know if natural is the right word, but something not supernatural.
Clearly, whatever it was is catching, or hereditary. Maybe these are her parents.
If anyone has healing, you could roll that. If not, roll smarts if you're feeling ballsy.
I'm feeling ballsy.
I'm gonna roll occult just to see if I know
Absolutely.
anything.
I'm gonna roll. Get the lantern.
God.
Who's got the lantern?
Still got a 4. That's not bad.
It's okay.
Eh,
Because your wild has a 4, so you get that one.
Well, I still hate it.
And this 4's a good roll. We're used to, overdrive and rolling a 42. We use little numbers in Deadlands. Sorry, had to get a dig in. Um,
He's not even
Hey, they say size doesn't matter.
oh, I'm sorry,
Oh
he's
my
not even
God.
here is great. Um, with that looking,
Oh, poor Kevin.
something has rattled her or scared her to where she is traumatized.
So she's been watching our channel.
She's been watching.
Ding, ding,
She's
ding, ding.
She's got a subscriber badge on, and just can't take it.
I didn't even know they made Fook and Alex shirts this long ago.
They stitched them back then. It was very
Goodness,
nice.
yeah.
A lot of denim. But looking, she doesn't seem to be injured, so she's not hurt. There's no blood, no wounds, anything else. It just seems that something has scared her to the point she's non-responsive.
She just keeps muttering, hydrate or dihydrate. Hydrate, hydrate or dihydrate.
Fukin, Alex. Fukin.
Lies and
Alex.
deceptions. Lies.
Lighter
Lies and
tone.
deceptions.
Lighter
tone.
Trauma, 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 choo choo.
So Mary's gonna find that lantern that we got from
Absolutely.
the thing and go into the dark room.
She seems alone here. It looks like an office. So there's a small desk, ledger. There's actually a lantern in there as well. A great deal of papers, a small safe, but nothing that seems out of the ordinary.
Other than the
Girl, yes, who's
Wait, maybe I missed something. I thought this building not on fire? For some reason I thought it was.
no, this one is not. This is on the edge of town. So
Because that's why I had them catch fire. Well, that's
Gotcha.
they spontaneously combusted.
even better. So when the magic was happening, did we notice anything? Is that a thing we can?
oh, absolutely, you saw it happen. That is not natural.
Okay.
Like for a moment, you saw what they saw. This image of flames that are around them, and this glowing hand of cards appear in Harlan's hand as he held them up in front of him, and this illusion went off and scared the crap out of the guy. But absolutely, it was very visible and not normal.
Little
Is
crap.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
still like awake? He's like just huddled.
Oh yes, he is. He's crying on himself. He's a broken man.
Ellie wants to try to talk to him.
Broken man, I must talk to.
I can fix him.
Wow, this went to a dating sim. Neat. But he's sitting on the ground, huddled over, and his face in his knees. What do you say to him?
She'll sort of like rub his back comfortingly, and she's gonna say, "What did you see here? What happened to that girl in there?"
When you touch his back, for a brief moment, you feel almost this cold sweat, that kind of clammy feel. But the moment you touch him, he screams and jumps. He spins around and slams his back against the counter. Almost, I mean, like he's in abject fear of you and everything else. And you say this because don't touch me, all of you. You,
The woman is still like melting from his perspective.
I don't want to die. Don't hurt me. Just no. And he's huddled back against the counter.
If you tell us what happened here, we won't hurt you, and we'll make all of it stop.
Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. You and the rest of the demons, you came for this town, but I just want to go. I want to leave.
Where did the demons go?
Where do you mean go? You're right there. You're all right there.
There ain't no such thing as demons.
That's really rude.
Elias.
I mean, Elias kind of smells like a demon, but
That's the sulfur from working in a mine. It's no big deal. And I had hard-boiled eggs this morning, but that's...
Oh, that's what that was. But I mean, he's right. Demons aren't scientifically provable.
I
well,
believe
neither is whatever Harlan just did.
I'm just leaning up against the doorpost, just inspecting my nails.
Oh, and where did that lantern go you were holding while you were doing your card tricks?
She's got the lantern.
What are we doing? She's unconscious. He's crazy, and I don't know what this is.
I think it's felony assault.
They ain't got felonies in the Old West.
What do you mean? This is the current West.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna pick up this little girl, like
Well,
put her on
She
my
does
hip,
not resist. Yeah.
and I'm gonna head back for the door. I'm gonna go see if I can find out where the sheriff's station is in this town.
it's on fire.
Probably.
I'm gonna mosey behind her.
Absolutely. So this girl, when you come up to her, like I said, she's gone. So she doesn't resist. If you take her hand, she'll walk with you. If you pick her up, she doesn't fight back. So you can grab her, lift her up. You get no response. She doesn't recoil away from you, anything. She will just, almost like a doll, walk alongside you if you do, and move with you and the rest of the party. Everyone, if you'd be so kind, give me just a general notice roll.
What is notice?
This will be
Should be a
great.
skill.
Is that a skill I don't have?
Might be.
That tracks.
Is the guy doing anything, by the way, as we...
Ooh.
Until you all
Oh.
leave, he doesn't do anything. If you don't do anything else with him, when all of you leave and get a little distance from the general store, after another minute or two, you'll see a head kind of peek out from the doors, and then he goes running off into the wilds.
Shouldn't the wild die explode?
It should.
It did not.
You rolled a 5.
Did I?
Mhm.
It says 6 on mine.
You rolled a 6 on your D10.
That says wild die, and I'm hovering over it. I didn't have a D10.
That's...
You might be looking at Ellie.
Oh, there you are. Yep. You've got a... Oh, yeah, you're at a -2 penalty because you don't have it. So you got a
Okay.
6 and a 2. So you got an 8 -2 for not having the notice skill.
Oh, okay. I got a 6 and a 2. Okay, now I see. Yeah.
Yep.
So it did roll the extra one. It just got.
but perfectly fine. So, Wiki, I'm so sorry the dice roller hates you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You're more preoccupied with this girl,
Mhm.
so it makes sense on it. Elias, that old ache in your elbow is coming back. So
I can't see.
then Arthur,
Which one?
It might be a tooth in your thumb.
All my elbows ache.
oh,
All of
All your elbows?
All 7 of them.
Everybody
got-
knows the knees are just the elbows of the wig.
and the Achilles, the elbow of the foot.
Oh my
Pinky
God.
toe's the elbow of the
Nope.
toes.
Nope.
Where'd you learn biology?
The neck is just the elbow of the head.
Oh my God.
I learned biology the same place everybody does. Face down in a mine shaft.
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
That's
no.
not.
I
Nope.
don't know that's word.
Nope.
I don't think that's how
I don't know why
No,
that's funny.
I thought he was gonna say a,
Sense.
I thought he was gonna say a brothel, and I was gonna tell him that's where all of his penis problems came from. But
He just went straight right field on that one.
Oh my God.
So the rest of you,
My face hurts and I hate everyone.
a bit of the lay of the land that you'll get from this town. The few of the major buildings that seem to still be standing, and granted there's still, but the major ones, you do see the church seems intact. On uh, the west end of town, there's the sheriff's office, so it seems you know about where it is. It doesn't seem to be burnt down. It's also closer to the outlier. Um, the one saloon for this town, which is situated closer to the train station, seems to be fine, as well as the train station itself. So there's also on the north end of town. So there's several buildings that still seem to be fine, but those are the major ones you see. So the plans to go towards the jail.
what's
Absolutely.
closer, the sheriff or the church?
To you right now, the church will probably be the closest to you, and then you're kind of a crapshoot between
What you want
the train
Jump
station and
ahead.
the
Then I will
that?
veer off toward the church.
to?
Okay.
You want to see if she explodes into fire when we cross the threshold?
I mean, no, because I'm carrying her.
I mean,
But
maybe.
the church seems closer, so church
Church it is.
seems, less likely to get us arrested.
So bring us over here to the church. And unless you tell me otherwise, the girl will be right there with you.
Yep.
So as you come closer to the church, here, so the building is intact. It's not burning. The one thing that
Yeah.
sticks out is the doors themselves are cracked. One of them is kind of pulled back slightly, and laying between the church doors, you might see an arm there sticking out as if it's reaching outside, but is long since gone limp.
Hate it when that happens.
This ain't good.
I'm gonna put the girl down.
She'll stand there. And it's eerily, when you set her down, whichever direction you set her facing, whether standing or sitting, she doesn't move. Her face remains gazing off in that direction, and her body, whether sitting or standing, is just completely lifeless.
Cool. That's normal. That's perfectly normal. We'll
Perfectly
deal with that. We'll deal with that in a minute.
Kids being kids.
Yeah, I remember that time in my life when I just turned into a rag doll. And
Yeah, I didn't want to eat my Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, so just like went crazy and fell asleep, but awake.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that time.
Yeah, that time.
Elias does it all the time. He can tell you all about it.
I can't do that no more. That part of my brain don't work right.
Wait, there's a part of your brain that does work right?
I didn't say that.
All right, I'm going to I'm gonna pull my pistol again and head up to the door. Raise the lantern toward the hole in the gap in the
Sure.
door, and
The light spills in. You see what looks like uh, one of the pews has been pushed up against the door, but it spills in inside a little ways, but you don't get a great view of it. But it looks like the door's not locked. Something's been pushed up against it, and it was either pulled back or someone has yanked the door enough that they were, yeah, they had stuck their arm through like they were reaching out before something happened.
I will poke the arm with the nose of my gun, barrel of my gun, and just
It does not flinch. It is warm, but it's not. It's not the body temperature like you would expect. It seems dead.
what in the cotton picking hell is going on in this town?
That's what I wanted to know.
Maybe we should go in there and poke around.
In
You be-
there with the dead body and probably more, and maybe whatever killed him.
You be my guest, Elias.
Look now, a dead body can't hurt nobody no how. Watch. And I'm gonna pick up the arm and wiggle it around.
It does seem to be attached. So as you pull on it,
I'll
you
wiggle
hear
it
a
on the
light
I'll wiggle it on the
thud.
torso it's attached to.
You hear a slight thump as the body is hitting the door and shifting against the pew as you wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Elias, stop that. Stop it.
As
Hey,
much as I don't agree with Elias's tactics, I would like to get to the bottom of this, so I think I'm gonna head inside the church if I can.
Said if two of you want to give it a push, you're pretty sure you could shove the doors open because it seems like there's just a pew pushed against them to try and hold them closed.
Does somebody want to help me that's not Elias?
I'm good. Look now, I can push, alright? It's,
Yeah,
Put your
well,
elbow into it, Elias.
it's my good elbow, it's my strong elbow.
We
Put
just
all
saw
seven-
Elias's brand of lockpicking, so I think it might be useful here.
Put all 7 of your elbows into Elias.
With just a bit of a shove, there's the grinding sound of wood on wood as this pew drags across the polished floorboards. You hear whoa. But more than that, the body that's pushed against the door slides as well, and as the doors open,
Oh dear God in heaven.
you see a terrible sight of there's several, it appears to be women and children huddled around the walls. A woman at the door who was trying to get out is pushed back, and at the lectern at the far end of the church stands a man draped in the finery of a priest, but his hands, his collar, the front of his shirt are stained red. In his bloody right hand, he's holding a Bible, and in his left, he's holding a pistol. He looks at the door. He sees you, looks at you, and goes, "No more will you defile this place of God. Be gone, demons."
You know, I'm really getting tired of being called a demon because I walked into town. And if anybody's defiling anything, preacher, it looks like it's you.
Once I've made this mistake and let the darker of demons into this holy house, but I have cleansed them from it, it will once again be cleansed under the light of the Lord. You shall not defile it any further.
I mean, Mary, you are wearing a bowler hat.
Can I roll a knowledge occult to see if I know of anything that's happened like this that my agency has ever had to deal with?
Absolutely.
Well,
Snake eyes.
I'm gonna spend a point.
You cannot on that one.
Oh, I can't.
That's
Oh,
a-
because
that
it's
is-
1-1.
That is a botch.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna cry in the corner then. Never mind.
You
And then
you are sure that whatever is going on here is
The little girl's fault.
the little girl's fault. 100%. No.
Shit.
You're sure that whatever is going on here is a threat to not only the Union, but the South, the US, and possibly the world. That the powers at work here are beyond what you have seen, and if you don't keep it from getting out, this would wreak havoc on everyone.
It's like we have to kill the whole town.
Like, did you ever see that opening scene of
What?
what was the movie with the deadly virus, and they just basically nuked the whole village?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yes.
Sick
That.
Renee on the whole town. Like the fire that's burning, you're halfway there. You've almost got it.
Father, I think you might want to be putting that peacemaker down now.
Oh,
Look amongst your kin and tremble. I have stopped them as I can stop you.
people are my kin.
These are your kin. That's your flock, shepherd.
These are not my flock. They are fallen in disguise.
I mean, they look like dead bodies now.
And as
Weirdo.
you're looking, they are not. They are obviously in fear, and we're trying to hide, get away, crunch to a corner, and we're either gunned down or some of them, it looks like bludgeoned in cold blood.
So this preacher's lost his mind.
Seems possibly like it.
I've been around a long time. I know when somebody gets shot in the back, Father.
I saw their eyes. I saw their fangs. I saw the terrible things that lurked in their mind. I will not be tricked. The Lord will protect me. He will see me through.
Like he protected all these people.
They may have wavered, but my faith will not.
Ellie's gonna pull her pistol or her
Yeah.
Gatling gun.
Yep, I think it's time for me to pull my gun.
Okay. Draw your pistol. Both of you can draw your pistol.
I want to shoot him.
Roll. Give me an agility check.
Agility. Oh, did it not roll? Oh, what am I doing? What happened?
Agility.
5.
I also got a 5.
Hey.
Let's see if he can beat a 5.
5's all around.
5's all around. Perfect. You get a 5. You get a 5.
Everybody gets a 5.
I'm going to spend a red chip.
Is this a Mexican standoff?
No,
I got
none of
a
us are
10.
Mexican.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
Spend a chip.
He spent the ship.
Ugh.
So as you two both go to draw your guns and start lifting them up, he's looking at you all and seeing that and goes, "No demons." And he lifts the gun and turns it toward himself, and he shoots himself right between the eyes.
Well, that was easy.
Okay.
You see the body fall limp behind the lectern.
So he mentioned teeth. I want to get a closer look at these women.
Absolutely.
I mean, stake through the heart. Is that the kind of stuff we're seeing?
Those you can roll investigation or healing or just straight smarts.
I'm gonna go find the collector box.
I'll try to help this investigation.
You found $5 whole, Elias.
Dang, Calvin.
That's $5 I didn't have before.
All right. So with that, as you are looking through, um, these look very much like innocent people. So it's women and children. A lot of the women you see were gunned down, several of them from behind, some of them in the front, but you find a total of 5 bullet wounds, and the rest, including some of the children, look like they were literally beaten with a blunt object. Um,
But
you know,
no signs of vampirism or anything else that might explain normal-looking people with teeth.
all of them look like just innocent people, except Renee, you're pretty sure one of them, as you're looking, like maybe the canines are just a little bit longer than you're used to. Like the eyes are just a very bright shade of blue, but it might be in you, but no, they appear to be innocent women and children.
I'm gonna go check on our friend, the crazy preacher man.
Absolutely. He is 100% dead. Uh, and you being a gunslinger, you can check. Um, you'll find that that was the last shell he had in that pistol.
Right. I'm gonna loot the body.
That one questionable one. Renee, do you point it out?
Yeah, Renee will definitely point it out, and actually, she will also want to check on the girl we rescued and see if she has like similar features.
What would be in the Weird West? What would be the ways to kill a vampire?
Give me a knowledge occult roll. So if you're going with a vampire, cutting off the head is always a winner. Um, fire also does damage to them, and a stake from a heart will paralyze them, but it will not kill them. And of course, sunlight, if you can. It's just now, or just a bit past sundown, so all you gotta do is wait till morning. That'll take care of that problem.
I always dread sundown.
I'm gonna just grab. I mean, I'm assuming stuff is destroyed all around here. I can grab like the leg of a pew or something like that, and just be like, "Sorry, ma'am." Jab it right through the heart. But I'd better be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. Um, so you'll see Harlan look around, break off his hand, stabs this woman in the heart with a chair leg. Mary's looking for the priest who said besides a nice peacemaker, um, seemed to have a rosary and a slightly dented and bloody Bible. Um, that several of the bloodstains appear very fresh. And Renee, as you're going and checking on the girl, um, what all were you looking for from her?
Oh, just to see if she had like the same eyes and slightly longer teeth.
She, as you're looking at her, she has green eyes, but her teeth, besides a little bit of plaque, she seems to be normal. And kind of the same as you. Yeah, her eyes are easy to see because she is staring off. But as you work with her gums and lift, she doesn't resist. So you can pull open her mouth and look, and until you pull your hand back, she'll just quietly shut her mouth and keep staring off, but doesn't resist you in any way.
Yeah. And I'm just
Do you
gonna.
have any bite marks?
None that you saw, because you checked when you first got in the room. She has no bruises, no cuts. She seems genuinely unharmed physically.
I'm just gonna like turn her so she's not looking at like the inside of this building.
Or us.
Yeah, nothing you need to see in here.
I am going to take the rosary
Mhm.
and yeah, I think I'll just sort of wrap it around my gun hand.
Absolutely. So you wrap around this rosary and hold on to it.
Yep.
And Elias or Harlan, anything else you gentlemen want to do?
I don't know if this would be an occult roll or not, but
Mhm.
I want to know if, when it comes to vampires, if a
Okay.
cross alone is sufficient, or if you need the faith behind the cross.
Without a roll on that one, it requires true legitimate faith. The piece itself
Yeah,
will
I'm
not have
gonna
any
just
effect.
look over to Mary and say, "I like what you're thinking, but unless you really believe in that, it's not going to do a thing."
You don't know me.
That's why I phrased it the way I did.
Now, y'all are saying these are vampires? What's a vampire?
No, I'm saying we can't rule out vampires, and I'd rather
Saying
eat than dead.
Do you know how to test for that condition?
yeah, let's
Yeah,
go to the
what?
sheriff.
I mean, do we think the sheriff's going to be in a better condition than, I mean, the priest or the people what ran the general store?
Only
Well,
one way to find
yeah.
out.
What
Dude,
else
you said
could we
this was
do?
the Catholic Church?
Yes.
Is the little water receptacle at the front?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna put my fingers in it and flick the water on the little girl.
Okay. You flick the water on her, and it splatters on her face and then slowly rolls down.
I'm going to
Elias.
gather up a little bit of water and dribble it onto the one that I drove a stake through.
Same, you sprinkle it on her and it soils some of her dry clothes, mixes with the blood, but doesn't seem to have an appreciable effect.
And is holy water the same thing, that it has to have the faith behind it, or is that a little bit different?
It's that one kind of 50-50. Sometimes you've heard that it will slow them down, but it won't injure them.
Oh,
Uh, but it has to come from a pure source. And holy water is, I would say, easy to fake, but finding a true believer to bless the water is much harder
yeah.
versus just a priest in the West.
Okay, so just an everyday priest would not be enough to create holy water.
Right. It
Okay.
takes someone of true, legitimate faith.
Okay. I'm gonna share that information with Elias and anyone who's willing to listen. It's good that we're covering our bases, but we can't consider any of this to have actually protected us if this is what we've got going on.
I'm gonna look at Ellie and go, sheriff's office,
What?
sheriff.
Yes, I think that's probably for the best. I don't really know what else to do at this point, but we need to contain whatever this is.
Sure. I'm gonna head back out, grab the little girl's hand, and keep on keeping on, because I
Oh, I
think
guess we're
all of
still following.
I
I'm
am
pretty sure
mosey.
that everybody here is out of their goddamn minds.
I will mosey behind Mary.
No problem. And so you're about equal distance between the bar and the train station versus the sheriff's office, but sheriff's office is where you wanted to head towards?
Yep, because I don't see what the bar or the train station are gonna do.
Well, wait. What time is the train supposed to come in?
Should be there by midnight.
And
You
it's
have
just turned dark, though, right? We've still got a few hours.
you still have some time,
All right.
provided it's running on time.
Provided we're even in the right town.
True.
Addition.
Did we see a sign when we came into town? You know, welcome to
Yokaipa.
perdition.
Welcome to Yokaipa. Sadly, no. I had to save the wood for something else.
Let's go to the sheriff.
to the sheriff's office. I may have that too.
Oh, goodness.
We've got all the maps.
All the maps.
A maps, a maps.
It helps when I pick up the tokens. And while I'm doing this, everyone be so kind to give me a notice roll.
Sure, that goes well for me.
8. I am not getting snuck up on today.
Hey, I got a 10. And
Okay.
also a 1, but a 10.
Worried about the big number, that's all. There's.
Hey, I got a 2.
All right. So Mary and Ellie and Elias, because he's not getting snuck up on today. Like I said, you've somewhat acclimated yourself to the sounds around obviously the biggest being the burning buildings, occasional gunshot or raucous noise, which sounds more like it's coming from the tavern itself. But it's just the stark contrast is what draws your attention to it as you start nearing the sheriff's office. When you think you hear, it almost sounds like whistling. And it's in a way, almost a jaunty kind of tune, very at odds with everything else that's been
I
going
draw
on.
my pistol.
But you'll hear whistling coming from inside the jail, or inside the sheriff's office, excuse me.
So, you kicking down this door too?
Well, nobody
you
else
just-
has a better idea.
You just asked me if I was going to kick down the door to the sheriff's station in a town that's already bug fucking nuts.
I'm gonna look in the window.
Man, you're really good at it.
I'm going to kick down the door like Renee requested.
What no request, more of a question.
Sounded like a request to me.
All right. So two things will
Elias,
happen here.
I hate you.
So Harlan, as you run up and kind of look through the window. Give me. I'll just give you this. You see, moving towards the door, a large individual. His head is covered by a cowl. A long, dirty brown duster is torn and tattered at the bottom. His face is hidden behind. It just looks like shadows and black. You can't even see the features or the eyes. But on his chest, or on the chest of the duster, is what looks like a pitted and corroded tin star. But in his hands are two very real, look like very large pistols that, as he hears something, he seems to be moving towards the door. And Elias, as you...
As I was in the middle of going, I'm like, Elias, you might want to.
Boom!
So I know you said that his head was covered by a cowl,
Yes.
but I 100% heard cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those cows again.
Ooh.
It's those cows.
I'm telling you, they're here to they're rising up.
Darth Moo is ready for you. But we'll give you that. And Elias, as you reel your foot back to open the doors snap open, and this gentleman strides out right in front of you, puts one pistol towards you, and readies the other one.
Hey, fella, your town's on fire. Also, the priest killed like 700 people in a church.
Are you the sheriff around these parts?
I'm just looking at them like they're conversing with this guy.
I'm not
You
quite
try.
sure that this is
his
someone you can
face-
talk to.
Is his face any more distinguishable now that he's like out of the like outside.
Oh no, it is a pitch black hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're like, sir.
There you go. Let's make it a little bit bigger. How about
Oh,
that?
it's covered up right
There. Oh yeah, that's
Sir, your town is on fire.
you never mind. I see you have something else going on.
there we go. How about that?
Oh no.
That's not a problem at all.
But he's
Okay.
holding one pistol pointed at Elias, and the other one he's holding up. He doesn't shoot.
Does it have big giant chef knife on the end of it, like in the picture?
Sadly, no. That is a
Oh.
specific kind of bad guy.
I
But
don't
that
know
was a
if
close
that's
that too.
sadly.
So after you lower your foot, Elias, he lowers the pistol and looks across at all of you. And you'll still hear that whistling coming from inside the sheriff's office.
I'm gonna look in the window again and see if I can identify the whistling.
You do not see anything.
Are those closed doors I see there on the north wall and the east wall?
That is correct.
Oh.
Right. So
Is he just looking at us?
Is this a vampire?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild stab and saying this ain't the sheriff.
At
He
least
has a
not
10 star.
anymore.
Oh.
I mean, he ain't said nothing, so I don't know.
I'm just waiting to follow the cue of big, dumb, and ugly.
I'm gonna
That
hit him in
is
the face
not a
with a
very
pickaxe.
You're gonna hit him in the hole with a pickaxe?
Yeah, it's just gonna go through it.
There's probably something on the other side. We'll find out.
Oh no.
Are you gonna try and Bubba Club him?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'll take him down. He seems like a bad news.
Now that you're gonna take him down.
I got this. It's fine.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a step back.
I got a 6 to hit him.
Okay. You reel back with this pickaxe and swing it down with a surprising degree of alacrity. He takes a step to the side, lifts the gun back up towards you, and we'll go to initiative.
Oh,
yeah.
Elias.
Good
I
job,
hate-
Elias.
We can agree this is a bad thing, right?
You almost got
I
him.
would say good job, Alex, for doing exactly what we would expect Elias to do.
He's just a bit faster than a door.
Just a little bit.
Oh,
Renee's
goodness.
rude as hell. I see.
Oh,
Oh, I'm trying to be nice.
I'm
next.
gonna go ahead and use my what feature is
Oh
it?
my god.
One of my edges. I think it's dealer's choice.
To
I'm gonna-
spend a fate chip and draw a new one.
Yeah, because I really don't like that 3 of hearts.
Hey, I got a 3 of spades.
I got
Okay.
a Joker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
An ace and a joker?
Yeah.
Dang, Calvin.
Maybe now I will have a thing to do since we are being attacked by a guy.
Brandon gets a new card. Cat, if you want to throw out your 3, I'll give you a new card as well.
Oh, did I?
It's really.
Thanks.
You bet. So, again, for the Joker, you have a +2 to your roll, you have +2 to your damage on whatever you do, and you can go at any point. So, if you want to interrupt somebody, say, I'm going now, and you will go. So,
This just to double check the cone of my flamethrower. I mean, that's gonna hurt everyone in the cone, right? It's not.
yes, it's not selective. It is a big honking flamethrower. That being said, you could also move up very close to somebody, and if you're feeling inclined to getting close to the big scary sheriff, you could douse the front room and not hit anybody else.
Yeah, melee range with a flamethrower.
Sure, that's fine.
It's the worst that could happen.
Well,
Why would
Sure.
you ask that?
Pace is my speed, right?
Yep, 6. Or no, or yeah, sorry. She'd be able to move 6 squares.
So, I mean, unless
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
if you move
reason I
there.
shouldn't, I can groove up to here and then just take a shot with the flamethrower and not hit Elias from here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You just help the sheriff's office look like the rest of the town.
They don't have forensics. They can't pin it on us.
Well, I'll try to be careful with the flamethrower. And
Try to be careful with the flamethrower.
yeah, that sentence made more sense before I said it.
Just leave an empty milk bottle. Blame it on the cows.
Works every time. I mean,
I mean,
but no,
move.
Wait, Elias, when was the last time you were in Chicago?
I'll never tell.
Seeing this guy show up menacingly and aiming pistols, and with what we've already seen so far, Renee's gonna move up and just try to take a shot with a flamethrower.
Absolutely.
Imagining this is actually so funny.
Yeah.
I did not
Hang
say
on now.
how big the room was. I said I shoot my flamethrower.
Like Renee's been so quiet in the background, and then she's like, ah!
We don't even know what a
She's much
flamethrower
scared.
is. That doesn't exist in our universe.
Oh, you'll find out.
We see flame.
You gonna learn
Liquid
today?
flame.
Absolutely. Weird science.
Okay. Can I roll the attack button next to the weapon, or should I roll a road science skill check?
It should roll it for you if you hit it. If it doesn't, yep, it did.
Ooh.
Oof, 12. All right. So he will
Plus the
roll.
the Joker as well. If that makes a difference.
It does. I mean, it's a 14. Oof.
Oh, so he's on fire. On fire.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. And that is with the bonus damage. So 13 versus his toughness. He
It's dead and we can all go home now.
Yay.
Yay.
Go team.
Glad
is
that's
going
over.
to spend a chip to try and soak this.
No.
Okay. So, as Renee comes up, feel free to describe this this gout of flame before I describe his reaction.
Okay, so yeah, after seeing the sheriff's office and then seeing the priest, who she's now very aware that people are just actively trying to kill each other in this town. So seeing this guy burst out with 2 guns and a bunch of people that she's learned to like over time, in the range of those guns, she is going
And
to. She's learning to like him. She's gonna run up, draw her bulky-looking tube-like flamethrower, and as she presses a trigger on it, this purplish burst of flame will spout out, aimed at this cloaked figure, trying to subdue him with fire.
Wait, your fire's purple?
Yeah.
It's all right if you
science.
don't like Elias. I know I'm an acquired flavor.
That shit is witchcraft.
No, it's just the fuel that I use. She says over her shoulder.
This
Are we
is
the
just
demons?
science, guys.
Are
Just
we the bad
science, I
guys?
promise.
Boy.
So as this gout of flame washes over him and past into the sheriff's office, the flames rush over his body, slamming into him. For a moment, you almost hear this guttural growl of pain or rage, but you're seeing the cloth on his trench coat flaps back and his hood, but the cowl itself on the hood seems to flutter like it's caught in a strong wind, but stays pulled down enough that all you see is a black void where his face should be. And as the gout of flame slows for a moment, he's standing there, smoldering smoke rolling off of him, you still have that same growling from him, but he is not down.
And there's another one coming where that came from.
Target number 1. Got it.
Oh.
Congratulations, you got his attention.
Well, that's right. That was Joker's aces. King, Queen, Jack.
I have a jack.
No.
Jack of spades.
All
I
right,
have
old
a-
man.
I have a much less high-tech solution to this problem.
You gonna smash it with a pickaxe?
Yep.
You tried that.
I'm gonna try it again.
You're gonna open this door.
This is what they say about coal mining. You're right twice a day.
What?
Thank you, being
Silence.
broken thoughts.
I'm gonna spend a chip to reroll.
Neither of these times were correct.
Gotcha. And since you're just re-rolling, I do not get a chip.
Ah, hell.
Are you kidding? You botched on the reroll?
Yep.
Is
I
that
look
a
at
bot?
I look
That
at the
is a botch.
pickaxe and I shake it like, why aren't you making fire come out of you?
Yeah, that's exactly. As you go to reel back one more time with this, you line up the shot and then realize that's not quite right. You run it up again. As you're swinging in to land this blow, a gout of purple fire swashes in front of you and you reel back going, holy shit! As you,
Oh,
it
sorry,
throws off your
lads.
aim.
Renee, what I learned in biology class is that humans are flammable.
You still got your eyebrows.
You know the word biology?
I've only got one eyebrow.
Well,
My
it's
other
still
eyebrow's
Of
glass.
course.
Oh, nicely done. That was Jack's. 10s. 9.
I have a 9.
All right. Dice been mean to you all night. Now's the time.
That's the time for fucking off, I think.
Get 'em.
How big is this doorway?
It's a 5-foot wide doorway. It's not huge.
Do I think I could get past him?
It would take your action and an agility roll, or strength roll if you think you can. An opposed strength roll if you think you can barrel past him.
I'm gonna. Fuck it, I'm just gonna shoot him. And I am going to fan the hammer.
Okay.
And I am going to spend the last 4 bullets in my chamber,
All right.
or in
So-
my.
Gotcha. So you'll get 4 shots. The only bad part is you only get 1 wild die, but if you want to roll your shooting 4 times, we'll take the first wild die and all 4 of your shooting rolls.
Okay.
And you'll be at a total of minus we'll take -4 off of it because it automatically puts your bonuses in.
1, 2,
4.
3, 4.
Oh.
Oh,
So, three
So
on
your wild die is a 5. And you got an 8, a 6, a 4, and a 20.
20!
No, the 4 is it?
No.
Wouldn't it be a 12 because of the wild die?
No, because you only take the first wild die. Basically, you
Oh,
roll.
that's right. You were just saying that. Sorry.
Yeah. Instead of setting up a 2-shot, a 3-shot, a 4, and a 5 and a 6,
Yeah.
fanning the hammer. The bad part is you're at -4 for your to hit roll, so that becomes a 4, a 2, a 0, and a 16. That being said, surprisingly, the 4 will not hit. He is surprisingly hard to hit, but the 20 absolutely will end with a raise. So one of those will land if you care to roll damage. And you will get the extra damage from.
Whew.
Wow.
Okay.
Whew. That's 24
Damn,
damage for
girly.
those playing at home.
Oh yeah. That's a lot of damage. I don't have enough flex state for this. He will spend a chip though, and then I'll let Wiki tell me how she takes this dude out. Maybe. That's 7. So feel free, Wiki. How does this sheriff go down?
Well, Mary's thinking, she's like, I could get in there and see what's going on. Fuck it, I'm just gonna shoot him. And she just and just right up hits that 10 badge.
Hmm.
You know, the first, as she goes down, the first 3 just sort of disappear into the void that is his face. So she pulls down slightly and hits him right in that rusty old badge, which is, gives some shrapnel, which is what made it so damaging. And yeah, she's like,
There's some magic left in that old tin badge, but not enough. Absolutely. The staccato roar of Mary with this pistol, just shot after shot after shot, and finally a ting, and a bullet right through the star. And for a brief moment, he seems like he's standing there before crumpling in a heap in the doorway. And besides the slowly purple flames turning to orange as they lick at the wall, he goes still and does not move.
right. I'm gonna take one of my speed load cylinders, reload. Let's get in there before the building burns down, and I'm just gonna look at
Renee.
Renee.
Well, I mean, it's yeah, let's just get in there.
I just
And
pat
she's
her
like
on the
bashfully putting the flamethrower away.
as I walk past her, I pat her on the shoulder and just be like, "You were fine. He wouldn't have gone down if you hadn't started it."
As I walk past the dot guy, I'm gonna like do that thing where you kind of step on the robes and whatnot.
It's very fleshy. I mean, it's like stepping on a body. So we're expecting it just to sink away or be an endless void. No, there's mass there. You're stepping on the body, and after a few moments as well, a small pool of blood will spread out from underneath the body.
When that happens, I'm going to grab the cowl and pull it off.
You yank it back, and you're expecting something, which is probably the worst part, but your eyes almost can't focus on that spot. Um, it's like a blind spot in the middle of your vision. You're looking, you know that there should be something there, and even you feel hair and flesh, but you just can't seem to perceive what it is you're looking at. Like there's something there, but for some reason you just can't focus on it.
And so I can't pull off the cowl.
You do, but you don't.
Oh, but nothing happens. Gotcha. I can
Right.
I'm also gonna, for good measure, take the tin shield.
Or what's left of it.
What's left of it?
You have a bloody badge with a bullet hole through it.
Perfect.
Do you have anything else in his pockets?
He has some extra ammo for a Colt Peacemaker, but that appears to be it. And with that, as we go into the sheriff's office, it's 9 o'clock. It seems like a good time to take our break. So, everybody who's stuck with us thus far, thank you so much. For those who are coming back, I'm so sorry. And for everybody, we hope you're enjoying this, and we'll be back shortly after our break. See you later.